Hello everybody, Tarek37 here, and welcome to well, I decided to do something Halloween, uh, related this month, because I like Halloween. I'm gonna try to have at least one, uh, video out a week, as usual. I think I've been doing at least a little bit better on that. But, I wanted to do Arkham Horror, but I wanted to do it in Foundry, but Foundry still doesn't have an Arkham Horror system yet. And I really don't have the bandwidth to make a system in it. I have seen videos on how to do it. I started making my own at one point for The Witcher and then gave up on it. Um, so here we are. And it is going to be Alien themed, because I do have that system. I don't have the official. There is an official Foundry like package you can buy, that or module you can buy that has like all the stuff already in there. I don't really want to buy that right now, but I figure why not? Let's at least start making a character and see where we go. I do have the Colonial Marines book, and I have the Building Better Worlds book. Do I have another? Is there another one? I feel like there's another one, but I can't remember. But let's start with just let's start with character creation. So here is a just summary that they give. Choose your career, spend your points on your attributes, spend points on your skills, choose your career talent, choose your name, decide on your appearance, decide on your personal agenda, choose your buddy and rival, which this is solo, so we're not going to have that. And then pick your gear and a single signature item, then roll for cash. So, as you can see on the screen, there are, let's see, where is it? Over here. Okay. So there are these 4 stats. Also, I really love the styling they have for this. Like, my gosh, this is really, really good. I really love this. And you can kind of see here the various skills. Obviously, I'll have to create talents. I'll have to create inventory items, unfortunately. I'd rather not have to do that, but let's be honest, I don't really have a choice other than buying, and I really don't feel like buying it right now. It's more than likely worth the money. Actually, no, I played in a game where somebody, a friend of mine he has Foundry, and he was able to, he had the module itself, and it worked really well. So if you don't have the patience to set it to like create all the items yourself, and you got the money to spend, you can get it. But let's start with first choice for your character, and campaign play is your career. Oh, yeah. So for the Alien RPG, there's cinematic play and there's campaign play. Campaign play is you make a character. Cinematic play is you're basically playing through a movie. There are preset characters. Campaign is for like if you're, wanting to do this more long term. So then there are 4 attributes: strength, agility, wit, empathy. I have a feeling y'all can know what that means, but strength is your strength, how strong you are, your raw muscles. Agility is speed, dexterity, things like that. Wits is your intelligence, it's your perception, it's your sanity. Empathy is your charisma, your insight, your persuasion, deception, all that. So, let's start with careers. And we're going to be a human. You do have the option of not being a human, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, they have that right there. And then they have homebrew, wildcatter, entertainer. Okay, those might have been added by another. Sorry, getting sidetracked. We're just going to go with the core careers. So, let me say what the core careers are as I go through the core book. You have the Colonial Marine. If you've watched Aliens, I imagine you know what a Colonial Marine is. Colonial Marshal. It sounds like they're kind of sheriffs. They're the police of the colonies. You know, kind of like that. You have the company agent, where you work for the company. You have the kid, where you're a kid. You're a kid like running around in this hellscape. You have the medic, the healer, the doctor. You have the officer. They're the authority figure, the voice of your superiors, and the enlisted crew's advocate. Also the butt of all their jokes around the mess hall until it all gets so much worse and they're looking for you to do it next. So I think that means they're the person who runs the ship or runs the space station if they're not a member of the company or a member of the military. Pilot, they fly the ship. Roughneck, they're the mechanic. They're the person who does the kind of, for lack of a better term, the grunt work. They do a lot of the like manual labor that other people don't do. Then you have the scientists, who they're the scientists. They study, they do experiments. If they're working for a company, odds are they're messing everything up for everybody else, which is not fun for anybody else. And it's usually not fun for the scientists because they usually end up dead. So, let me count how many there are, and I'll roll. I'll do what I always do. I try to do this randomly. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I'll roll a d10. Shoot, I forgot to set up my other dice thing, so I'll do. I have to do this manually like an idiot. Okay, 4, which, let me see that. 1, 2, 3. Kid. All right. Let's see. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but all right. All right. So, let's go here. I'm willing to bet okay, so their key attribute is agility. Their key skills are mobility, survival, and observation. The career talents they get are beneath notice, dodge, and nimble. Those are the ones available to them only to kids. Personal agenda, they give a couple of examples. You can decide for yourself. Signature items. You know, I'll just say the signature item is a lunchbox covered in stickers. Let's do that. Lunchbox covered in stickers. Let's see here. Appearance. I'll do trendy sneakers that light up for their appearance. Because that won't go badly in a, you know, horror game. But that was something that I always wanted as a kid. Trendy sneakers that light up in an alien situation. Let's see, choose 2 of the starting blue items. Oh, you also get D6 in cash. So, ooh, $6 in cash. All right, kid. Where is money? Huh. Oh, there we go. 6. Woo! $6. Actually, 2. At one point, that was a lot for a kid. Let's see. So I get 2 of the starting items below. I'll get an electronic handheld game and a laser pointer. Hold on, let me make sure that that's yeah, that's in gear. Well, great item. All right, we'll do electronic handheld game. And we will do laser pointer. And there we go. Now I just drag and drop them. Alright. Wonder why they're not in... Why aren't they going into active? That's weird. Alright. Figure it out later. Alright, let's see, appearance, I'll just leave him as Vic as his name. Let me double check. Let me make sure that I'm actually getting the character creation right. Alright, you may distribute a total of 14 points across your attributes. You may assign no less than 2 and no more than 4 to any attribute, unless it's the key attribute. And that's what I'm going to do. So 5 of those points are going to go into agility, which leaves 9 left. 4 in wits, 5 left. Do a 3 in empathy and a 2 in strength. There we go. Let me double check that all adds up. That's 14. Boom. And as you can see here, 2 hit points. This kid's gonna die. That's a... no. There's no way to... this kid's gonna die. Oh, boy. Maybe not. I mean, I should just be avoiding combat. If he gets hit in any way, he's gonna die. Let's see. There are 12 skills in the game. The number the better. When you create your player character for campaign play, you distribute a total of 10 points amongst your skills. You can assign up to 3 points to each of the skills listed for your career. You can assign a single point each to any other skills you choose. You can increase your skill levels during the game. So, let's go back. Let me go back to the page. So we have 10 points. What are the... Whoop, too far. Alright, what are the skills? Alright, I'm going to have 3 points in observation because I just personally like being observant. I think that's fun. Let's see, I'm going to put 1 in survival. And we'll do 2 in mobility. 6, that leaves 4 points. We can put a max of 1 in anything else. We'll do... put 1 in Comtech. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. You know what? Actually... let's make mobility. Alright. Command, definitely not. We'll do manipulation, and we'll do medical aid. Kid knows enough to be helpful. Alright. Personal agenda. Personal agenda. We'll go with one of the suggested ones, which is need to find an adult to truly trust. Alright, $6. Let me see. Let's go back up here. Attribute skills, talents. When creating character for campaign play, you get 1 talent at the start of the game. Your career offers you 3 talents to choose from. You can learn more talents during the course of the game, at which point you'll have many more talents to choose from. So, let's see here. Let me just check something real quick. Alright, so the options are beneath, notice, dodge, and nimble. So this is something I really like about the layout of this book. I don't often talk about layout of the books, but this is something that I never realized was actually very, very important. In the talents section of the core book, they actually lay it out first by the career talents, like stuff that is only available to certain careers. So, for example, the company agent and the kid. So, The kit talents are beneath notice. No matter what horrible situations you end up in, you always seem to make it out unscathed, probably because no one ever pays much attention to you. When you roll for a critical injury on yourself, you get to re-roll the dice and choose the result you prefer. Dodge. When attacked in close combat, you can dodge. This works like blocking, see page 92, but you roll using mobility instead of close combat, and you can only use it to reduce damage, not counterattack or disarm. You can even dodge a creature's signature attack. Aliens have signature attacks, which are usually an instant kill. Or, not necessarily an instant kill, but they are an automatic hit most of the time. So, you know, this is a deadly, deadly system. Nimble. Fun in games, maybe to others, but you know the truth. All that play has kept your reflexes sharp. You can push any skill roll based on agility, twice, not just once like other characters, but each push increases your stress level by 1. I'm going to go with dodge, because I feel like that is going to be good. So, let me pop open dodge. Let's see, this is a talent. I'm going to call it dodge. Because that could definitely be the difference between our character living and our character dying. And we gotta do the fun thing from stupid PDFs where you gotta format. There we go. So, dodge, and we will drop that into our little thing here, and it shows up over here. So it means we'll be rolling, let's see, agility plus, so 8 dice, I believe. So I think if I click on mobility, yeah. Whoa. 4 6s. I believe, I think that might be pretty much it. We've got $6, but I don't necessarily think I'd be buying anything. Yeah, you know, let me go through some of the basic, while I'm here, let's go over just a bit of the, let's see, let me try to find the basics of how this game works. It's been a hot minute, I'm sorry, but it's been a hot minute, so I'm kind of trying to remember how this works. Rolling, so anytime I roll a 6, that effect of some kind is triggered, for example when succeeding at using a skill. And there are also stress dice, which as you add stress, you add, whenever you add stress in this game, if I recall correctly, you add that many number of stress dice. But if they roll a 1 on them, that's a face hugger, and face huggers are bad. So you don't, like, stress can be helpful. Like, you can push a roll and it adds a stress die, but, you know, if you do it, it's like, yeah, you gave yourself a better chance, but, oh, okay. Found it. It's under skills. When you use a skill, describe what your character does or says, then add your skill level to your score in the attribute connected to the skill. Grab that many base dice. If you have stress dice, add these to the dice pool as well. Then just roll all the dice together. For your action to succeed, you must roll at least 1 6. If not, your action fails. If you roll more than 1 6, you can perform stunts. On the stress dice, the 1 is replaced by the facehugger symbol. If you roll 1 or more facehuggers, you risk panicking. Gear can give you extra base dice to roll, but not always. Sometimes a specific piece of gear is needed just to perform the action. If you don't roll any 6s, something goes wrong. For some reason, you fail to achieve your goal. So, when I rolled that mobility, if that was to dodge, I rolled 4 6s. So odds are I dodged whatever that attack was. I probably even dodged a xenomorph attack. So yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, that's all for my character. I think maybe that should be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching / listening. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to running a solo horror game, and we'll see how well that goes. Thank you all for watching / listening in. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.